Driving around town could potentially get even more expensive. Yeah, there is a plan to charge you for every mile you drive.
A lot of you weighing in on this one. SANDAG proposed this, and it's at the center of a big meeting that's happening this morning. News 8's Evan Ronnie live in Normal Heights to explain what's up for discussion here. Good morning, Evan.
Good morning to you as well. That's right. A lot of controversy around this one. No big surprise. 4 cents per mile is the proposition by SANDAG in order to pay for the rising costs of infrastructure. They say as more and more cars go electric and there's not a need for gas, that tax money isn't being generated as quickly. And they say moving forward, they may need something like this, a 4 cent per mile tax that could go forward in about 2030. Now, keep in mind, there is, of course, a lot of criticism. They say they received about 1,400 public comments, most of them critical.
It already is a high cost of living here in California altogether, and now they want to tax us more.
They keep taking and taking. I don't mind paying taxes, but I want to know where the money is going. How is it being spent?
Now, some urban planning experts, including Lawrence Frank, a UCSD professor, says that we should be welcoming charges like this as a means of investing in reliable and fast public transit, which would mean less traffic on our roads. SANDAG says as cars become more fuel efficient or run without gas altogether, the 4 cent per mile charge could be needed to cover that cost of maintaining our roads and building what they call a revolutionary public transit system. SANDAG says that this money would help maintain our roads, fund a rail network, and introduce universally free public transit, totaling about $160 billion in costs. SANDAG says this plan could raise $34 billion through 2050. Now, critics, of course, say that we are already looking at about a $5 per gallon fee already just to fill up for a single gallon of gas. So moving forward, we could see, of course, a lot more criticism of this, but there is, of course, the support in it as well amongst public transit and urban planning experts. Now, as SANDAG says, if this actually were to move forward, it still would require likely a vote in Sacramento, as well as the possibility of a ballot measure in which San Diego residents would have to give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down. And even if something like that were to pass, it likely would not actually go into effect until about 2030. Mayor Todd Gloria says this is something that could be decades out. So there is still, of course, a lot of conversation around it. And as you heard earlier, SANDAG does have a meeting scheduled for it at 9 a.m. today. If you want more information, you can head to our website, cbs8.com. We've got a link on how to tune into that virtual meeting taking place at 9 o'clock. Stella, Eric, I'll send things back to you in studio.